What if I told you failure is just the beginning of success? These quotes will change your perspective. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. The comeback is always stronger than the setback. If you're going through hell, keep going. Winston Churchill. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. J.K. Rowling. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Nelson Mandela. A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. James N. Watkins. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Robert H. Schuller. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb. Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have strength. Napoleon Bonaparte. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. Margaret Thatcher. Persistence and resilience only come from having been given the chance to work through difficult problems. Gavert Tooley. The world breaks everyone, and afterward, some are strong at the broken places. Ernest Hemingway. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Bob Marley. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. Vince Lombardi. The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and survived. Robert Jordan. The moment you want to quit is the moment you need to keep pushing. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. C.S. Lewis. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Vince Lombardi. You must be the master of your own destiny. You cannot leave your fate to chance. Napoleon Hill. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Henry Ford. A man is not finished when he is defeated. He is finished when he quits. Richard Nixon. Adversity has the effect of eliciting talents, which in prosperous circumstances would have lain dormant. Horace. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Viktor Frankl. She stood in the storm, and when the wind did not blow her way, she adjusted her sails. Elizabeth Edwards. The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you'd ever believe at first glance. Jodi Picoult. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Oprah Winfrey. Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. Helen Keller. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. You can't calm the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself. The storm will pass, Timber Hawkeye. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear, Mark Twain. It's your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life's story will develop. Dieter F. Uchtdorf. Resilience is knowing that you are the only one who has the power and the responsibility to pick yourself up. Mary Holloway. Some people dream of success, while other people get up every morning and make it happen. Wayne Huizenga. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Resilience is accepting your new reality, even if it's less good than the one you had before. Elizabeth Edwards. We don't develop courage by being happy every day. We develop it by surviving difficult times and challenging adversity. Barbara DeAngelis. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. Steve Maraboli. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. Khalil Gibran. There is no failure except in no longer trying. Albert Hubbard. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Carl Jung. Never let success get to your head, and never let failure get to your heart. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. Sometimes carrying on, just carrying on, is the superhuman achievement. Albert Camus. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Mahatma Gandhi. Scars are not injuries. Tanner Sack. A scar is a healing. After injury, a scar is what makes you whole. China Miéville. Be like the lotus. Trust in the light. Grow through the dirt. Believe in new beginnings.